I'll be creating a couple different videos on the Consultant Planner because it's one of my favorite tools for helping somebody within this worldwide tree that we have. What it is it's actually giving me access to sign in to someone else's Family Search account as if I were them, to where I could go look for their ancestors for temple work. I could edit or change information, and if I did that, the computer would actually put that person's name on there, not mine. So I'm acting as proxy for them. But it becomes a wonderful tool for me to help other people within this tree. So remember, this is a worldwide tree, but it gives me the ability to act as if I'm signed in for the person I'm helping. If I go over to here to help after signing into Family Search and come down here to the Consultant Resources and click on it, it opens up the Consultant Planner. And now I can either invite a person or add a person. So we'll click on Invite Person, and then by default it opens up my ward or stake directory. And right here, this ward is highlighted, so that's the ward I'm in. But if I were to click down on this drop-down caret, it would open up my entire stake to where I could choose any ward, and it would open up that ward directory, and then I could choose somebody from that ward. So I'll just come back up here. My ward is highlighted. I will do a filter with my name, then click on it, and then I will select the person I'm wanting to invite into my planner, and by default it puts in the name and the email. Now know that it will only put an email that already exists in the LDS directory. If nobody has entered their email address, it won't show up right now. All right, after I get this information in there, I'll click on Send. FamilySearch.org will actually email this person requesting permission from them that I can then have access to their tree, and they have to either accept it or decline it. And then the other way that I can do this is enter this manually. So if I click over here, I must know a person's name and their email address and click Send, and it will go through the exact same process. Up above here, it's just reminding me that as people allow me to accept them into my Consultant Planner, I'm acting as proxy for the people I choose to help. So anytime I edit or change information, it's as if the other person was doing it, not me. But I want you to know, if I change or edit information, it's only if I get permission from the person that I'm helping. But really, my whole goal for this Consultant Planner is to help find temple work for people's ancestors. And this is my favorite way of doing it. And I'm going to give a complete separate video on how we can powerfully go find temple work for other people inside the Consultant Planner. Let's exit out of this area now and go to Add Person. This is my favorite way to do this because it happens instantly and we don't have to wait for emails to go back and forth. It just happens within seconds. So once again, I can go within my stake or my ward, and I will filter down to a name and choose a person that I want to add to my Consultant Planner. Here it puts the name, but here I need to know the helper number and the username or birth date. So if I were to click on birth date, it would change that and I could use their birth date instead. But I must know this information in order to have this happen instantly, and then I would click on Add to Planner. And then they're instantly accepted over here on the left-hand side. Before I show you how to go find the helper number, I want to show you if I click on Enter manually, it's the same thing. I'll have a first and last name, and then once again I'll need the helper number and either their username or birth date. Once I fill all of that in, I'll click on Add to Planner. Now let's go talk about how we can find that helper number. So I'm going to cancel out of this area. Now the person you want to help needs to be signed into FamilySearch.org, and you're going to ask them to click on their name. Once they do that, then they will click into Settings. I've taken a picture of my settings and then I blackened out all of my personal information just for privacy matters. But you can see how all of our account information sits right here. The name, here's the username you would be using, or the birth date, but then this is where that helper number exists right here. Once I have either the username or birth date and the helper number, I am then ready to add someone into my account, and they will instantly show up in my Consultant Planner.